Soy de Goya, Corrientes.
Soy de Colombia.
Soy de Saspeña, Chaco.
Soy del interior de Jujuy.
Y soy de Castelli, Chaco.
Soy de Paraguay.
We are Frame by Frame, and we want to show you about the adaptation of university students from the interior of Corrientes. The benefits and obstacles of being in the city, being away from family and friends, and how that affects their emotions.
I had a hard time adapting. I had psychological problems. You could say that I was a little depressed and a little anxious. I lived all my life with my family. I have a sister. So the truth is that being alone suddenly had an impact on me. So it was hard and I suffered a lot. Maybe it was a little bit against me that I am quite shy and it was hard for me to make friends. And also the fact that it's a big change from being at home with your family to going to another place far away.
The stress thing is a little complicated. Having family support or company helps a lot in terms of overcoming stress. Suddenly, being from the interior is more complicated, but it goes well in spite of everything.
Many times I felt that because sometimes when you get home you don't have anyone and you have to do everything yourself, and someone who lives here has family, has support, has someone who is there to help. The moment of being all alone, far from my family, knowing that I can't see them affects me. Unlike the people who live here with their families, I am not able to see them. Young people who move out on their own to study at the age of 17 are teenagers. It is a big change to move away from home, to start a university career, to make that decision. It is usually a difficult process, but it also generates other possibilities, such as growth and learning, that may not be seen at the time of separation from parents and family, but will be seen in the long run.
I don't think it affects me personally. On the contrary, I would say that it contributes to me, since it is to throw oneself into the real life and learn new things, right?
I think that what affected me the most is to have moved away from my family right away. As well as being a good thing, is also a bad thing, becoming independent and everything that goes with it. You are 17 years old and you are going to live on your own. It allows you to grow as a person, to accept a lot of challenges and face them. Things that if you stay in the comfort of the everyday and what you know, if you don't get out of that, which is the bubble of what you know, you will not learn. You have to know how to put up with things, because it's not easy to be alone. At least I have my sister, but there are people who are alone here, and it is often more difficult to have support.
I am Miguel Ángel Vilte, born in the province of Jujuy, and in that heat as a university student, I discovered my profession as a journalist. I think that, well, arriving in a province, in a place where I knew absolutely no one, I think it was difficult at first, but well, it was more the vocation to study, the dream that one had to reflect at that time, to improve oneself and to be able to study and be trained, right? I think that was important, and that made me adapt myself somehow to a new society, to a new culture, and I also traveled in the winter vacations or in the summer vacations only. There were many obstacles to overcome that seemed to me to be important, but university life was fantastic, meeting other people, living it, enjoying it. I think that made my life comfortable.
As much as a month or 10 years have passed since I started living here, I will continue to cry and I will continue to suffer as if I were living forever. You don't know how many months will pass until you see your family again. At the time of saying goodbye, there will always be a hug, a kiss, and a take care.
They should always know that their parents will be supporting them. So, I will tell them to study. It is very beneficial and it will help them to have more opportunities in the future.
que hablen.
My
Ese es mi
advice is
consejo,
that they should
que
talk
puedan
to
usar la
communicate their
palabra para
feelings.
decir, no me
It is
siento
a
bien,
time in life
necesito
when a lot
ayuda,
is
en un
asked
momento
for a
de la
young
vida en el que por
person
ahí
who
se le
is
pide
just
mucho
starting to get a
a
little
un
older.
niño que está recién
It
empezando
should
a
be
ser un poquito
understood
más
that
grande,
it is a learning process and it is
entender que es un
important to
proceso
speak
de
up and ask
aprendizaje,
for
que como
help
proceso de
if they
aprendizaje
feel they
tiene
need
idas y
it.
venidas, pero es importante hablar y pedir ayuda si sienten que lo necesitan. Sí.
I believe that all the effort is worth it, and I believe that all the effort later is rewarded with more than enough. There are difficult moments, but you have to overcome them. I believe that there are also loved ones who are behind supporting that dream, so you have to fulfill them.
The university degree is very difficult, even more so for young students. Maybe they should be given some recognition. Finishing university is only the end of a stage, but the mark of having emigrated to study will accompany them in every future decision, in their way of understanding the world and in their way of facing the challenge of the future.